Vision, giving me vision. First steps, right? So I'm out of coaching. I'm growing. I get introduced to FCA. I loved it. Loved it. Was a huddle coach. Built ministry at Avondale. Still wasn't coaching. For some reason, the Lord wanted me to get back in, and I got back in through my daughter. Now, here I am, a state championship varsity basketball coach. My daughter's a freshman. She is one of the only 4 girls on the team that's even played before, and I'm coaching freshman girls. And I did it because I wanted to be with my daughter. I wanted to experience this with my daughter. First practice, they're all crying. I'm out in the hallway praying. I don't know what I'm doing. This ain't working. I'm coaching them up like boys, and it ain't working. They ain't responding. And my daughter's one of them. So what do? You reach out for help, right? I called some coaches that coach girls, and I said, well, you gotta help me. I don't know what I'm doing. He says, well, they're different. I go, yeah, that's my daughter. I know that. I'm trying to coach them. And you talk to them, you say, well, we want to be coached. I'm trying to coach you. Anyway, so if you can picture this, one coach gave me this advice, and I took it, and it just took off from there. He said, they need to bond around something. They need to know that you care about them. They need to bond around something. Give them something to bond around. So this coach says, I got these words that I use. Just come up with a word and tell them by the end of the practice they got to say that word 100 times. And you got to take the lead on it, otherwise they won't do it. Okay, so I go back, and I'm thinking about that first word, and the Lord just gives me this word, fabulous. I've never used the word fabulous in my life. But he gave me that word, and I was obedient. I took the word, I told the girls, this is what we're going to do. And we only had 8 girls. We couldn't scrimmage. We had to do work on fundamentals, which was awesome. Girls, first word today is fabulous. By the way, it's fabulous to be here with you today, right? Started all out, but it totally transformed. That was the greatest experience of my life. Why? Because I was there for the right reasons. I was trying to meet the needs. I was trying to be with my daughter and be an example for her. Of course I wanted to win. We lost 16 games that year and won 3. It was painful. But they got better. They got better. A little quick story. One of the last games, one of the girls, I later found out was abused. I didn't know this at the time, but she was on the team, and this was the one positive thing that she had in her life. And when I found out about this later, I just cried like a baby. But everybody rallied around her. She didn't get in the game too often, but we had one game we were ahead. And I'm getting her in. She got fouled and went to the foul line. Right? And the one thing that she was very astute on is she was a pretty good shooter. So I knew she knew how to shoot. So she goes to the foul line. It's a 1-on-1. And toward the end of the game, swishes it. Starts doing this dance at the foul line. The celebration. And then all the girls start doing the celebration. Now I felt I was almost this close to doing the celebration. I couldn't do it. But the reason I share that with you is because I got out of my comfort zone. I was starting to capture the vision of what the Lord was bringing me into. I had the first steps. It just had to be greater than the resistance, right?